Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How is everybody today? How is everybody today? Who's here in the chat? Who's here and ready to go? We're here nice and early today. Good morning. Today should be interesting. Today should be interesting after all of the crazy tweets from President Trump and what that means to the stock market. You can see this right here. This is what his tweet about not negotiating. We dropped 11.54, 11.524 to 11.197, 400 points. About 3.5% on a tweet. 3.5% on a tweet. That's how things work these days. One tweet, 4% of the money's gone. But did creep back a little bit overnight. So it'll be interesting to see on the open what's going on. Very low volume here overnight. Volume picks up a bit down here. Volume picks up a bit down here. And price picks up as well. So maybe we rally into the open, maybe we don't. Taking a look at our usual starting place. British pound and the euro. Notes are down. Oh, we're breached. I didn't realize that on the notes. We're 8 ticks away from where we need to be. So we need to sell that into a straddle. Easy. And close out this call. Which, oh, what the heck? I'm really, it's the second time I've done that. Doing a lot of legging on these notes because I don't need that many ticks left, and I'm trying to pick up 1s and 2s every which way. So like this, where was this? It's at 7. I'm trying, it's at 7, it's at 6. I'm trying to pick it up at 5. So I'm being a little bit greedy there, trying to pick up that extra 12 bucks to try and get us back to even a little sooner. And now this closing order is going to be a straddle 8 ticks away, or we'll say 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That needs to be good till cancel, right? Yeah, I gotta change that. There we go. So now that position is all set. Trying to make back that 62 bucks. Nat gas continues to not cooperate with this strangle. Even though price-wise we're fine, volatility is just expanding, I guess. People getting nervous going into the winter months. Look at that, volatility at 96. High vol in the gas. Oil's down again today. I think it's time to sell another put in crude oil. Let's do it. Where do we sell the oil put? Let's take a look at the chart real quick first to make sure we aren't. Okay, so the lows were 36.60, 36.57. 36.60. We could sell a 34 for 82. See if that fills. Let's see if that fills. It should, but will it is the question. We are at, what are we asking? 82. We need oil to come down a couple more pennies probably to get that filled. And we need to look into all right, let's look at DraftKings because they got their offering that they listed. So our trade right now is in, I don't want to see it's in deep doo-doo. All right, there's our oil. We can't really set a resting order because we can't do GTCs. We're just going to keep, we can only set day orders. But in the event that oil rallies, we'll set a scalp in the case that just rips higher. All right, back to DraftKings. So our break even right now, we're actually still at our break even, but just barely. You can see here, we're still in the green. It's going to open down at 52.50, which is here. So we are just barely in the clear. I'm wondering what happens if we roll the credit down, the calls down. Morning, Locke. How you doing today, Greg? We're talking about DraftKings. I put on a trade the other day that would have been perfect if I had waited till today. It's down more. It's going to open down this morning as well. It's down because they just announced they're going to be selling a bunch of their stock to raise money. And the price that they announced it at was $52 or $53. So it had been up at 60. So all that stock that they sold at 53 makes the stock go down. Which sucks for everyone that has the stock. There's no way around it. It just sucks. There's no way to scheme it so that you don't stock was at 62. Now the stock's going to be at 52. That's just the company did it to you. No way around it. You just gotta hope it rebounds, which it should. No legal talks to affect it? No. No. I mean, there's nothing. The biggest problem with sports gambling right now is the sports. Like if every NFL game that gets canceled is money that they lose. You know, every game that gets canceled is money that they lose. They just need there to be sports. I guess is the best way to put it. NFL, right? I mean, NFL is already like off to a rough start. They're postponing games to bye weeks. What's going to happen when there's no bye weeks left? You know, it's ridiculous. But GM, you know, GM 143. It's is it Hump Day? Yeah, happy Hump Day right now. I wasn't sure if it was FBT. Yeah, so here's a chart. Here's a chart of DraftKings for the last 3 months. They were chilling down here at 35 for a long time. I guess that's what they were thinking. Like, they were chilling at 35 for a really long time. They ran all the way up to 60, and they're like, hey, let's sell some of this stock to raise some money. They were 11 pre-COVID, but I think that's more like pre like gambling, like some of the legalization stuff. When like back here, like everyone was just like, oh, daily fantasy's dead and there's not really anything to do. Like nobody cares about it. It was kind of an afterthought. And then it like came raging back of like, oh, there's gambling, there's daily. Everybody wants this. Everybody's got pent up demand. I mean, you're right. These are all-time highs for the company for sure. I think the thing is like they merged with like FanDuel, so like they were setting up to like be like a really good play, but then like the COVID hit. So, but yeah, I mean, so this is what I said to somebody else the other day. Like the legalized gambling part is smooth sailing. The same way that like expanded cannabis is smooth sailing. Like we know that there's going to be more legalized cannabis. That doesn't mean that every cannabis company and every cannabis stock is going to like make you money. So like DraftKings doesn't have any like legal obstacles coming up for gambling, but that doesn't mean that like the stock is going to work. I guess it's like the best way I explained it to somebody else the other day. And everybody else knows that too. You know, like you always have to remember everything that you know, somebody else knows. Or everybody else knows. But they're kind of, yes. Yeah. So they're being first to market is huge, right? Like I wouldn't say that any cannabis company is like first to market right now. They're all just like a bunch of like Canadian cannabis companies selling weed. Like I don't know that anyone has an advantage over another. But DraftKings is definitely in a more like a better position for that for sure. That is definitely true. How's that mil-spec record doing? You shipping them out? Maybe we should put some on as like background music right here. You gotta hook me up with the MP3s. I only play WAV files. I only play like royalty free WAV files. I don't mess with MP3 encoded stuff anymore. Yeah, you want to see what I'm playing right now? I'll show you. This is a throwback. Here it is. What's this on the screen right now? Winamp. Rising Fades.wave. This is how we do it in 2020. 44.1 kilohertz stereo, 16-bit. No, so it's funny. Like it could definitely pass for that. There's a big thing in the streaming world about how, like, if you play music, like regular music, like all of your archived videos all get muted because like every major label just like scans them all, finds their music, and like makes you mute all of your stuff. So this dude made a website called Stream Beats and just put out a whole bunch of royalty-free music. And some of it's better than others. Oh, Barrow, you missed it. There it is. Barrow's here. Let's get it going. Barrow and Greg in the same place. When was the last time that happened? We got rising fades dot wave here. Yeah, so all right, ding ding ding. Let's see. Let's get this win off the screen here. Let's see what's going on with DraftKings. Down to 52.80. Check the old portfolio. What's up? What's down? What's up? What's down? DraftKings is our biggest loser today because of that offering. Aside from DraftKings, we'd be crushing it today. Look at the green. Facebook green, Walmart green, Fastly green, Simon Malls green. Greg, I know you said you got that meeting coming up, so I just wanted to thank you for coming in, chat a little bit. Yeah, it's down donkey dick right now. Little pop though. 53. People want it. People want it. What else is big? We need Citigroup up. Citigroup's up. Beautiful. No way it ends down 7. 7%. Okay. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say I would probably expect it to. Are Twitch icons worth having with bad music though? No, I mean bad music, no. Like mediocre music that nobody notices, probably yes. Especially because I've been going through my archives and like creating YouTube videos and stuff from them. So like if they're muted, that means my vocals are muted too, not just like the background music is muted, like the whole clip is muted. So that's the biggest problematic thing for me right now, is like if I'm trying to go back and like make highlight clips and stuff and like it's just straight up muted, you can't hear like what I'm talking about on the clip, like that's a problem. That is what the problem is. Forgot my water in the kitchen. All right, we're green on the day. We're green. We're up. All right, buddy. Enjoy that meeting. Hope it's a stand-up. Let's get this bread. Every day, let's get this bread. Escalation stand-up into team stand-up into BRB stand-up. Very agile. Get that spiral. Barrow, help me out. I need to make at least one waiver wire move this season. I think last year I made one. I'm just so gun shy, you know? I'm gun shy. I like my dudes. All right, NASDAQ up 150. yesterday we did yeah. Totally exactly that. Like with all of the like video editing that I've been learning how to do, like grabbing, if I like said something or had a great reaction to like a certain trade, like when it comes through, I'm gonna want to grab that clip and use it. And if I go to do that and it's muted because Hatebreed was playing, then I'm out of luck. So I gotta say, like this, what, I don't know what playlist this is. Hold on a second. I need the playlist browser. Where was the, god damn it. I closed it. Oh god. I gotta figure out where. Select. Okay, F3. That doesn't work. I had I created 4 playlists. I can't find the little window where I can find those 4 playlists now. I got the playlist editor. But I don't have the playlist like list. I'm so confused. I closed the window the other day and now I can't find it. Oh, loaded playlist. There it was. I don't know how I got that, but yeah, the hip hop playlist that this guy made is not that great, but like the lo-fi one is good. I'll probably just stick with, actually the synthwave is pretty good. There we go. And I'll put it on shuffle if it's not on shuffle already. I don't know how to put it on shuffle. GDX filled? Really? Shuffle. You just hit S. Of course, I should know. You just hit S. Oh no. Damn it. Hold on a second. I got logged off. I'm back. Let's just look at that. GDX. Talk about a winning trade in no time. Wait. How did that, wait, this filled to open? When did we put it? When did we, yesterday at 92? Today at 92? The past 7 days at 92? I'm confused about this trade. Now it's gone. I think we need to refresh. We need to refresh TastyWorks. It's a little confused right now. But we were going to sell a NASDAQ call again. Activity. GDX. That's it. Here we go. Back to TastyWorks. Look at this. Look at this winning trade. 168 to 92. Easy clap. Easy clap. I can't believe this was on 9/24. It seems like a long time ago. Let's see if anything else is close to coming off. Fastly might be getting there. Walmart. XLE. GDXJ. Approaching 50% on all of those. Alright, I keep getting distracted from what I wanted to do here. Selling. NASDAQ calls. I'm going to have to bump this up to 50. We want a 30 delta call. We can't get one. Holy cow. Wow. It's hard to get to 30 delta calls here. These are 1190s. These are $400 out. Wow, look at that. That mid price just keeps jumping around. What does this look like? Max profit, 6 grand. We did Qs yesterday. We didn't do an NQ. This rally does look strong. Let's see what... See if CNBC has anything new this morning before I put this move in. Any sort of news that just gets announced. Keeps going up. Now it's 312. $313. All right. I'm going to just put in a price at 317 and see if that fills. This is really it's a big bet, but it's a hedge against our portfolio. The Nutter Butter dessert, my God, that would get people for sure. How could I, let's see if I hit save. No. If I hit more. I got to figure out how to get it to Dropbox. Share. To Dropbox. Oh no, my device limit has been reached. Dropbox just got real shitty the other day. They severely limited the amount of devices that you can use. Severely. It's really bad now without having to pay. So I need to evaluate that. Hey, do you think I should activate Windows? Should I pay to activate Windows so that my configuration lasts more than 30 minutes? Or should I try and call them and tell them that I had I changed my motherboard and see if that works? All right, are we gonna get filled? Nasdaq's up 155. It's close. We'll go back to TastyWorks and look at our trades and see if there's anything we can do in the meantime. Volatility is down today. Let's take a quick look at our IRA accounts. Both of them are green. We love green. All right, making sure that we aren't ignoring our account here. The only in the money icon I see. Oh boy, I forgot we had our 9-day. This rally, we were fine until this rally. That's the problem. Making 60, so it was about 30 bucks. This was about to close probably, not for today's rally. So let's see what happens. Not much we can do right now. We're just sitting on the dance floor. That song kind of sucks. What do we do here? Do we roll these up? We can roll these puts up, but if we do, we gotta roll these puts up, which really narrows this trade. But you can roll up to like one, you can go up to 160, 165. It only collects 45 cents. I don't know that that's really worth it. I'm gonna leave it. I don't think that's worth it. I'll put that closing trade back on. All right, so those accounts are all good. Is it just DraftKings is okay. It's not as bad as I thought. Good little rally here. What I could have done was sell something at the open during the big panic. Something like this. Oh, I did that. Did I do that in my iron? I did that in the wrong account. God damn it. Alright, well. It's fine. I guess I had enough buying power to cover it. Put that in for a nickel. Wrong account, but I mean, all the money goes to the same place, I guess. What else can we do? Let's take a look at, well, let's look at the follow page real quick, see what Tom's done anything this morning. A lot of rolls, a lot of rolls. Scalping the dollar. Wait, which one is the MN? Oh, the mini NASDAQ. He's been scalping the mini NASDAQ. What did he do here? Bought him, sold him. Bought him for 66. He made 20 ticks here. And he's long again at 11,315. I can't make the order out here. They don't have sell to open, sell to close in here. He bought some gold to close. Bought at 315, sold at 14. He's doing well on the scalps this morning. Doing well on the scalps. All right. Let's see how our bonds position's doing. We're still one tick away from getting filled on that. Our new call is up 15, so that was a good adjustment for sure. So we need a little notes rally. Just a little one. To bring that premium in between the puts and calls. And I didn't realize, I guess I thought I had sold a bond. I'll look at our activity here. Did I already get closed? In the past 30 days. Yeah, I did. I made 10 ticks on the put, 166 put. Do I ride that again with the bonds down 28 ticks this morning? That's probably the trade this morning. What can we collect here? 170s. do like a ratio 170, 175. 170, 175. Sell 2 of these and 1 of those. No, I got that wrong. Sell 2 of those and buy 1 of those. No, I got these backwards. Buy 1 of these. Sell 2 of those. There's my ratio spread. All right, now I got it right. All right, collect five ticks with 16 days to go. Let's do that. And see if we can collect 6 instead of 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a little bit of an advanced trade right there. One of my bread and butter trades, though. I really like doing those trades in the bonds. So right now, if bonds stay where they are or they rally up, we just make those 6 ticks, no problem. But if they drop, we have potential to make half a dollar, half a full point of bonds, which is $500. So we'll see on that. That's going to be a slow moving trade. There's probably not going to be a lot of motion on that for the next, like this week, unless it immediately drops. We don't want it to immediately drop. We just want it to kind of chill. We just want it to kind of chill right now. New trades. Who's got a new trade? XLF, Twitter, Jets, VXX. The Jets? He did a Jets calendar spread. The Jets diagonal. I don't really know what that plays for. I'm gonna pass. We'll be passing on that one. What was the other one he did? Not sure what Tom's up to this morning, but what we're up to is reviewing our losing trades. What happened with the yen? Can we roll? Let's see if we can roll our yen. We certainly can roll our yen. Nice. That's one of the big advantages of TastyWorks over Thinkorswim. Rolling futures options, you just can't do it. The system doesn't let you in Thinkorswim. So being able to do that, first of all, you can't trade yen options in Thinkorswim at all. And then if you could, you can't roll options directly on futures in Thinkorswim. So that's a really nice feature of oh god damn it, I had the wrong screen on. That's a really nice feature of TastyWorks here. A very nice feature. So we have a tighter strangle, but we only have 9 days left to go, so that's okay. We're all right with that. Peloton. What's going on with Peloton today? Continues to look strong. This one could start to be a rolling candidate if it continues this strong. We'll have to see. Okay. XLU. Oh my goodness, this is what has happened here in the 13 days? This has gone completely sideways. We need to roll this up. Okay. What else do we have that needs adjusting? That still looks fine. ABBV still looks okay. Dow Jones still looks okay. Maybe needs something a little bit later. Zoom is up, which we want it to be, but somehow we're losing a little money today. All right, TLT. I wish there was a way to actually scan real quick and see all of my undefined risk trades. Man, Square will not stop. Look at this company. Just putting out monster days after monster days. Just a true monster. People love Square. What can I say? Can I sort by stock price? Maybe that's how I could see my undefineds, because they're all going to be lower. XLF? Yeah. I'm going to keep... This looks like a roll, but... This looks like a situation where I could roll up the put, but I'm not going to, because there's a bunch... Even though XLF doesn't have earnings, there's a bunch of financials that have earnings next week. And if there's downside there, I don't want to... I'd rather roll after that than before that. And or before, like, there's going to be a volatility expansion leading up to those earnings. SLV is looking good right now. That's just going to need to chill. That's going to be a very slow moving trade for us. XLE. Dead center there. No problems. GM. Looking good. We got the Jade Lizard, our favorite trade. The Jade. Fastly when it's long, right? Yeah, go ahead, Fastly. Oh, let's replace that. We don't want that to fill yet. That almost filled. We're going to get greedy on Fastly. We're $40 away with 44 days to go. We can make more money on Fastly. look at the activity there. Yeah, this is kind of an adjusted trade. We want to make as much as we can. We rolled out these puts. We want to make some money on that. Let's just make it an even dollar. Okay. I'm gonna do a little real-time adjusting of my my noise gate. I don't want my sounds to get from my chair. But I want to make sure all my vocals get picked up. So I'm going to be a little bit aggressive with my noise gate. If my voice gets chopped out, let me know. It shouldn't, because I have a pretty light filter on right now. If anything, I should be picking up more noise from the chair than anything else. All right, so this is Fastly. We're good on that. Let's take a look at DraftKings again. Okay, so it's back down again. Let's take a look at the 2-day expiration puts. Sell one at 47 here. Let's see if we can just go straight up long. Straight up long on DraftKings. Just go short put. Why not? With only 2 days to go. We'll gamble a little bit. A little coin flip. We are 2 cents off. But we were about to penny it down. We don't even have to. So let's say... Oops. What should be our profit target for that? Like 25 cents. GTC. Yeah. See if we can make a quick 25 that way. 22, technically. But these puts have so much volatility in them right now. This volatility number up here, 106% volatility. That's huge. And we already know that, I mean, like the second, it's been down 3 days. The secondary offering is priced in. Like in the next 2 days, unless we've got like multiple, Rob, how's it going, man? Unless we get some serious canceled, unless we get some seriously canceled NFL games in the next 2 days, we should be fine. We should be fine. Everything's priced in. Rob, I did a baseball DraftKings game last night. I have another one scheduled for this morning. I don't really know. I haven't followed baseball at all this season. Let me see if I can get into my DraftKings here and show you. I think I should be able to show you my previous lineups, right? Recent. Yeah. Yeah, I did multiple trades this morning on DraftKings. I'll show you in a second. Let me show you this. Yeah. So here's the baseball promo that actually I think I gotta claim this. I gotta claim this, right? Yeah. Skylers, thank you for the follow. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Playing any $10 contest. I'm probably not gonna do that. Daily rewards. Anything to claim? Or did I already claim yesterday's? Oh, looks like I missed these 25 cents. Oh wow. Yeah, so anyway, here's this lineup I put together last night for baseball. I had a couple good players, Pinder, Rojas, and Acuna, all put in, and Valdez, the pitcher. But then just too many goose eggs to and all these guys played early. So like at the very beginning, I was like winning the contest. I was like placing a lot of money. I was like, oh, excited. Like, here's my beginner's luck. Like baseball will be easy, no problem. And then I had a bunch of Yankees in the lineup. Hicks did okay with a 9, but like Judge had a 0, Sanchez had a 0, Garcia with a negative 9.95. So like it obviously did not play out as I had hoped, for sure. So again, of course, I did another one for today. I don't have to set, the lineup doesn't set until like 4 hours from now. So here's what I have for right now. The most important thing about baseball, it's very similar to NBA. I haven't done NBA in a few years, but Jason Barrow, that comes in this channel, and I used to do it. The hardest part about NBA is literally just getting guys in the lineup that actually play. Because like, unlike NFL that has like the early game, late game, you have like these 2 kickoffs or whatever. The NBA contests lock as soon as the first game tips off. So like that's usually like 7 p.m. Eastern time, right? But then you might have a lot of West Coast games, like, you know, the Lakers, and there's tons of West Coast teams, Clippers, Kings, you know, Utah, Portland, whatever. If you put guys in your lineup in those games and there's like 3 hours before they might announce that like, oh, this guy's just not playing. So like you could spend money on like a really good player that is playing against a weak team, and you're like, oh, he's going to have a big game. And then they're like, oh, he's resting tonight, he's not going to play. So like literally half the battle in the NBA daily fantasy is just getting guys that are definitely going to play, which is a very weird dynamic. And it's kind of the same with baseball, right? Like they set the lineups like an hour or 2 before the game, and you never, like, certain utility guys might start or not start. And the difference between like being in a lineup and getting a hit or 2, the scoring is very weird in fantasy baseball too. Like there's a lot of like a home run, it's worth like 7 points. So like just like Stanton last night had like 2 home runs. He had like, it's like 30 points for 2 swings of the bat, and like Judge had 0. There's a lot of like boom or bust on hits. Pitching is a lot more consistent. Every single out is like a fraction of a point. Yeah. Oh, good. Barrow is still here. Yeah. It was daily fantasy was literally like having a website live, like in one window of like NBA website news, and another window with DraftKings, and just like making sure that guys were actually playing if you had them in the lineup. The deadline locks in the weekend an hour and a half before the first game. Wait a minute. So in Fantasy Premier League, there's games on Saturdays and Sundays, right? And the fantasy lineups lock on Saturday before the first game for the whole weekend's worth of games. Oh my goodness. I would not want to deal with that. That seems like it's Saturday, Sunday, and maybe Monday. Yeah. That seems like a nightmare. That seems like a nightmare. Let's see what these little news blurbs are about. Tanaka's going to start game 3. Okay. Arnaud. This guy had a huge game. 3 for 3 with a home run, a double, and 4 RBIs, and 2 walks. You get good points for walks, too, even. This guy had like a 34-point game last night. Oh, 32. Here it is. It even says it. Out of nowhere. Look at this guy's last games. 3, 3, 32. But you only have like 5 games to pick, right? So if you need a catcher... Hey, Sherry. Thanks for coming back. Good to see you. You only have like 5 games to pick, so that's 10 catchers to pick from. It's not like the NFL where you've got like 50 to 100 wide receivers to choose from. So like, yeah, let's look at catcher. These are the options. 1, 2, 3, 4. And already, like by number 5, you're already at the second catcher for the Dodgers. So like, you obviously, only one of these guys is going to start. So you have to know like who's going to be in the lineups. So there's a huge advantage to playing East Coast. Huge advantage to playing East Coast games, East Coast starting teams, because this game starts at 2. Marlins Braves starts at 2. Dodgers starts at 9. There's a 7-hour difference between these 2 games where the lineups are you have to have your fantasy lineup locked, and you don't know who's going to be the starting catcher for the Dodgers or the Padres. So like that's a big risk going with like a one of these guys. So like Will Smith is the highest. Also the salaries are really odd. Like look at these salaries, right? So the top catchers, it's almost like, you know how like tight ends are cheaper, but like everyone else besides pitchers is cheaper. So like these are all the 4,000s, 3,000s. Every pitcher's like, well, this is a short list, but 9,000, 9,000, 7,000. The cheapest pitcher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's probably, yeah, he's starting. Cheapest pitcher is 6,600. If you go to outfielders, like the most expensive one is 4,000, 5,000. I mean, it's a huge difference. The difference is the consistency. Like I was saying, the way they do the scoring. Every single out gets you points. Strikeouts get points. Innings pitched gets you points. They just accumulate points a lot more consistently and evenly. Hitters only get like 3, 4, 5 at bats, right? So if you go 0 for 4, you literally got a 0. Whereas like any decent pitcher, if you can get like 5 innings, even if you have like even if you lose, right? Like 5 innings, some strikeouts is going to be like 15 points. So you're going to get something on the board. So that's that. Put this guy back in for now. So I'll be working on that in the next few hours. Once the early morning roster gets set, I could make some adjustments. But that's why I did a $5 contest in that, and at one point I was winning like 15. So I was like, oh, that's great. Then it didn't really stick around. The Yankees really dropped. I put a lot of Yankees in. They let me down. This Fastly's going to close. I don't know what to do. I don't want to get that greedy, but like... screw it. We get really greedy. I don't want it to close today. I mean, I guess like pitchers like quarterback, right? Like they have the ball every single play. They might hand it off, but like you know that they're at least going to touch the ball every single play. The same way, I mean, like that's really the name of the game in fantasy, right? Like you want as many touches and you want guys that are going to get targets and touches because that translates eventually over time into yardage and touchdowns and receptions. It's no different in baseball. Let's see here. Our NASDAQ call did not fill. And it's actually, oh God, it's actually a lot further away from filling at this point. We got a little too greedy. That would have been like a 20 point winner, $400. Right. Right. Like if a running back's going to get 15 carries and a bunch of targets, like that's, you know, that he's going to, not every game, right? He's going to have some bad games, but like he's going to produce fantasy numbers. Right, I'm going to cancel that. I don't want that to fill at this point. So NASDAQ, this is what I was trying to hit. So right around here, I was trying to sell a call, and I got a little too greedy with my price, and it didn't fill. And then right after that, it dropped down to here. So this would have made me about $400 if I had put it on here and sold it here. But, you know, horseshoes and hand grenades, as they say. I'm gonna go grab my second cup of coffee. So I will be right back. Whoa, here's that rally again. Maybe I will get an opportunity to come back. Where's my little BRB message? Oh, that's not the one we want. That's the one we want. I'll be right back. All right. Is there any websites or resources that you go through the basics of chart analysis? I don't. I don't really do a lot of chart analysis. I look at a chart. So I look at a chart to find if something is at a price extreme. I don't do any of like the, okay, here's a pattern here, and here's a drawing lines over here. Like, I do drawings, drawing tools, line. Why is it not doing a? How do I draw a line? Oh, do I have to do this? Yeah. So like, I don't do. Like people put in points here, and here. Like people do all this sorts of stuff. I don't ever do that. Let me clear these drawings. Remove old drawings. Let's see what that does. Okay. When I look at a chart, I'm trying to say, wow, this is a 3-year chart, and this is at a very high price extreme. And I like to be a contrarian and say, if something is at a high price extreme, it's probably going to reverse. And if something is at a price low, it's probably going to reverse and go the other way. Basically trying to find things that are oversold or overbought. And I don't think charts are a good way to really determine oversold or overbought. Sorry, I'm just thirsty. Oversold or overbought in like the way that most people look at charts. It's instinct in a it's not. I don't want to say that it's instinct, because then a lot of people are like, just if I were to say it's instinct, then it makes it sound like I'm the one that makes this a profitable strategy. Like it's based on me and my gut and my brain and my instinct. And really what I'm doing is looking at the way things are priced and playing the probabilities and just trying to win more. I mean, it's just like gambling, right? Like a great gambler, sports gambling specifically, or prop betting or whatever, if you win 60% of the time, like, you're really happy about that. The key would be that you just need good bankroll management. Like if you win all your bets that are $10 and you lose all your $100 bets, like then it's not good. But if a sports gambler could win 60% of his games, he'd never work another day in his life. You just keep betting consistent amounts and winning 60% of the time and just grinding it up. There's no sports gambler that thinks that they can, hit like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 consistently. It's just not possible. Anyone that sells you that is just a snake oil salesman. So most of my trades are not like put a stake in the ground and say like, I think this is going to happen and it's going to happen now, so let me put in this trade. Most of them are, I don't think anything major is going to happen, so let the stock beat me, right? Like, okay, Tesla, like if you want to go to 700, congratulations, you went to 700, but I think you're going to stay in between 300 and 600, right? Like now Tesla, you go out and beat me, right? Like let the market try and beat me versus me trying to predict. I'll make a trade that says you're going to stay between 300 and 600. And if you do, that's profitable for me. And if Tesla wants to go to 100 or 700, congratulations, like they beat me and my trade loses money. But I'd rather make the bet based on the probabilities that that's probably not going to happen. And I won't make millions of dollars off that one trade, but I'll keep making those trades over and over again and being profitable with them. As opposed to someone that's like, okay, I've got $100 and I'm willing to bet it all on Tesla going from 300 to 600. If it does, they doubled their money. I'm not going to double my money on any one trade, but I'm going to make, somewhere between 50 to 100 of them every single month and make hopefully close to 50% on many of them. Little and often rather than big and one off, because you can't guarantee. Yeah. So the expression, I when you ask about like a trade to, or a website to get started on chart stuff, the website that I learned all of this on is tastytrade.com. And they've got videos about, I'll just put it in tastytrade.com. They have tons of videos. They actually do live TV every day, the same time that I'm streaming this. So don't go and watch them. Stay with me. But they've got tons and tons of videos on how to get started with every single type of trade, what you do to get your account set up, like et cetera, everything. And like their expression is trade small, trade often. That's it. Trade small, trade often. Like you don't try and make huge bets and huge gains on any one in particular trade, because if that's the one you're wrong on, then the expression that they use is like you don't get to turn the lights on again in the morning. You don't. It's the same in gambling. The expression is like busting out, right? Like you like someone that thinks they're gonna be a pro poker player and they put aside $1,000 and they play poker for a while. If they lose that $1,000, they bust out and they don't play poker anymore. Or if they're going to do sports betting and they start with $1,000 and over like 6 months they lose that $1,000, they don't do sports. You need to be able to turn the lights on again in the morning. Like if you lose all of your money, you're not investing anymore. You're not winning anymore. So if you make a lot of small bets, there's no one bet or trade that's going to put you out of business and make it so that you're not coming back tomorrow to play again. So Smash 99, thanks, man. I came from the Discord. Let's do this. Yeah, that's a good community. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming in. What do you stream, Smash? Like to know a little bit more about what you stream as well. So yeah, Rob, that's kind of my philosophy and stuff. Let me put this back to the 1 day. So this is rallying again, or what are we up here? 150? 122. Yeah, we had been up 150. I just feel like we're one stupid tweet away from like some major disruption. What is stream Call of Duty? Nice. So there's one airline that I like to trade more than any other. Oh, that's what I need to find out. Delta. When are their earnings? Two hours ago. I gotta find out when Delta has their earnings. Is it tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon? Nope, that's Hurricane Delta. United American stocks. See, everyone's talking about Delta because of the president's airlines situation. Nobody's talking about Delta because their earnings are coming up. Oh, wait, this is October 13th. I thought it was this week. Are there earnings on the 13th? Oh, okay. I was wrong. So we won't be doing Delta this week. We'll be doing Delta next week. I had the day. I thought there was something that had earnings. What do we... Is there anything with earnings? This is in 5 days. Let me go to the watch list. I could have sworn there was something. Earnings only. In the next 8 days. What is it? Oh, Carnival Cruise is on the 8th. This one could be interesting. Carnival Cruise. Nobody's taking cruises these days. There it is, Carnival. Here's Carnival, $15 stock. Carnival's got incredibly high volatility, as you would expect, 99%. 18 hours ago, 22 hours ago. Let's see. It's not even in this article anymore. What trade could you even do? Symbol, CCL. Did Tom do a trade? He sold a 12.5 put. $12.5 put, but in November. The pound is falling again. I saw that actually in the other account. Right here. Pound is down again today. What do you, as someone that lives in England, do you find yourself spending a lot of money or any amount of money like in the Eurozone? Like, do you have as your home currency of the pound, like, do you have to convert frequently? Like for me, like I very rarely buy something from a site or a merchant where I have to convert. Okay, never. I didn't think so. I just wanted to check. I didn't know if there was like certain like merchants that are like EU based, like obviously Amazon has Amazon UK, but like something along those lines, like an online store or something that like was only Euro, but they had like good deals, so it would be like still worth it, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. So CCL, he just straight up sold. Why would he sell it in November, though, if this is like an earnings trade? Yeah, right. Ireland is trickier. You know what? I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna take a bet here. No, buy this. Hold on, clear. I'm just gonna buy this 14 for hopefully 4 cents. And hope we get some stupid crash tomorrow for earnings. I don't usually buy options, but like this strikes me as like an opportunity. Peso's up today. The peso has been down for like a really long time. Look at this. Good job, peso. Good job, peso. Up today. See, it had 3 days in a row, or 3 half days in a row. But a little bit of rebound there. Do you ever go to Ireland? What, Rob? I don't think I know what part of England you live in. Are you down near London or like up north, or Midlands, or Cornwall? My wife loves Cornwall. She looks at pictures of Cornwall on Instagram all the time. Northeast, like Newcastle, Sunderland, Durham. I don't know where Durham is. Is that Tyneside, Teesside? I know I'm impressing you with my river knowledge. Sunderland. Okay. I used to like Newcastle. Support Newcastle in the late 90s when they had, I don't even think Sunderland was in the Premier League at the time. They had Peter Beardsley, Rio Ferdinand. That's your Derby team, right? Or Derby, as they say. Yeah. Yeah, they you know, I don't have, I picked them because I liked the beer when I was in college. I was like, yeah, I like this beer. Oh, look, Newcastle, good team. Let me follow them. You're two leagues below. I was gonna say like even Newcastle like wasn't in the Premier League for a while. Like they really dropped embarrassing levels of performance. SoccerNet still a thing? ESPN.com/soccer. All right, let's call it up. Let's look at the table. You have ownership issues. The thing that was embarrassing to me was that Newcastle couldn't even keep Newcastle Brown Ale as their sponsor. Okay, so the season just started. We're only 4 games in. Everton's at the top. Where's Man United? Man City, Man United. What's going on with these teams? They're supposed to be higher up. Oh wow, Sheffield United, but not Sheffield Wednesday. See, like it's funny, like I've got the perspective of like 20 years ago of like the teams that are supposed to be in the league and the teams that are gone. So like Leicester was there, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Leeds, Newcastle, West Ham, Southampton, Crystal. All these teams were still in the Premier League 20 years ago. I don't think Wolverhampton was. Brighton and Hove Albion wasn't. Bromwich wasn't. Burnley wasn't. Sheffield United wasn't. Fulham wasn't. But I always loved the relegation system. I've always thought that was. Are you unaware that Leicester won? I think I did. See, that was last year or 2016. Yeah, a few years ago. Yeah. I always love underdog teams winning the league. Like, I don't like if Liverpool and Chelsea and Man United win the league, it's just like, whatever. Like, good for them. They did it again. But like, I like these underdog teams. Season before they won the league, they nearly got relegated. I love the relegation system. I think that like American sports would do so well if it had a relegation system. It would never work because of like the way that the owners like control the leagues, and no owner would ever vote for that. Like their team could potentially be out of the major league. I don't really know how it ever came to be like in European soccer that they do it that way. Like how it spawned that way. Can I look at what's the next league down? I don't know how to. In the Premier League teams. Oh, I probably can't do it on this site. All right, let's look at the winners past few years. Am I in the right place? Premier League, 92 to present. All right, so Liverpool won last year. EFL Championship and then EFL League One. All right, I'll look at that next. So Man City won 2 years in a row. Oh, wait, am I looking at the right? Yeah, champions in the left. See, like this is the time period that I started. So the year that Blackburn won in 95 was like right when I got into the EPL. And then so like Newcastle came in second 2 years in a row, and I was like all excited and like watching the tables every week and like seeing if they won or not, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So 96, 97 was like my most exciting time. Then they kind of faded a bit. Yeah, for me it was like I was into like a lot of punk rock music and stuff at the time. And just like got into soccer through that. I never played soccer, so it was also like I didn't really know. My best friend worked for FIFA though, so like I would go and watch games with him all the time. He's a writer for FIFA. He's a great player. He played like in high school and college and everything, and he still plays in like men's leagues now. But he's like gone to like all the last few World Cups and US Cups and under 18 World Cup, like traveled a ton working for FIFA, just writing. So that's kind of like my connection through that. And then so like Newcastle started to get, this is when they got like Alan Shearer and like we're still mediocre to good, but like never came close to winning a championship again. And then I think like in this time period they actually got relegated. Like that was kind of the end for them. And then they only got back like recently. So they haven't won a championship since 1927. So not really that impressive of a franchise. I thought Chelsea had won more championships than this. Like when I said Man U, Liverpool, and Chelsea, I should have said Man U, Liverpool, and Arsenal, I guess. I didn't realize that there was that big of a difference. I thought Chelsea was a bigger, more recent, or not recent, historical winner. So what did you say? Google EFL Championship. then what? EFL League One. Okay, so there's League One and League Two. So, okay. So it goes EPL and then EFL Championship and then League One. So that League One is actually the third league. I understand that these things are confusing, but... And that's where Sunderland is now, huh? Current members. Oh, Middlesbrough. I forgot about Middlesbrough's up by you guys, too. How come you don't like Middlesbrough? All right. Well, let's get back to... What are we going to get back to? We're up again today. Today's been a real... In terms of personal profit, today's just been like up and down. But in terms of like the story, it's been very consistent. I guess the biggest thing is just DraftKings by price, like whether or not... Did I do my other DraftKings in the wrong? No. I thought I had done multiple DraftKings trades. Where did I do that? Oh, no. Where did I do the IRA trade? Oh, I did. This activity page is not working properly. Oh, I just have to have them both highlighted. Okay. So today, this is what I've done so far today in DraftKings. Wait a minute, this filled already? Did this fill when I was getting my coffee? This scalp already closed? I made $22 on this DraftKings trade today? Wow, look at that. That's why you do this sort of thing. It fills while you go to get coffee. What's it at now? 15. Wow, okay. So I sold it at 25. I could have sold it for $10. I could have made even more. Good timing on my part. Yeah, so if the more DraftKings goes up, the better my day. DraftKings is like my biggest position right now. By far. I don't know if it's by far, but definitely my biggest position. In terms of extrinsic value, it's close. Amazon having a nice day for me today. Just hanging out. This is my jam. What's this one called? Symmetry Pulse. I like this song a lot. All right, we're going to see if we can pay just 5 cents. We're going to get filled on that for 5 cents. I live closer to Middlesbrough as well than Sunderland. I got a work call I need to go on. Catch you later. All right, Rob, thanks for being here. As always, good chat between the stocks and the soccer, the footy. Good luck with that work call. All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got here? Our oil situation is not great. Our oil situation is not great at all. We didn't time that one well. Should have sold it now instead of earlier. All right, let's see what's going on in toss. Nat gas is basically break even today. Soybeans, what is going on with 1052? Come on, dude. Ugh. Christ on a cross. Oh, man. All right. What are we going to do here to fix this? Let's put 3 puts on here. I'd love for those to get filled at a decent price and not have to come down on a tick. And then what are we going to get rid of? We're going to have to sell these here. Come on, boys. All right, we got the puts first. The new puts. I'm going to have to make this position adjusted by Friday anyway. What does the volatility look like in December? Is about the same. All right, let's also get a December position then of 20 delta there. Oh God, did I click that? That and that. My God, that is so high. It's hard to think. It's hard to think that I'm putting on a 20 delta strangle and the put is at 1,000. I mean, it's just run up so much. I almost want to add like an additional. Where's this? Just throw in an extra put to skew it a little bit. Really, part of me doesn't like this because I'm so hesitant to being. Soybeans are so tied to like the China trade deal right now that it's just like one tweet away from exploding. But it's also where the money is. I mean, soybeans are just so different from corn and wheat right now. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. All right. Corn, we got a 44, and wheat, we got a 44. Okay. Pound, we got a 30. Euro, we got a 30. Bonds, we got the ratio spread at 16. Notes needs to come off soon. Just hanging out there right now. Nothing really to worry about there. So that is that. What about heating oil, nat gas, heating oil? Volatility is in big time. Copper. All right, there's our soybeans is closed that. So we have a much cleaner position now. We're still quite short. All right, on the next down day, we're going to clean up those calls. On the next down day, we're going to clean up these calls. We'll take whatever we can get out of these 10-10s. We'll just hope for a 10-20 strike. Hopefully that works out. NASDAQ up 138. Basically unchanged from the morning. It's just hanging out in this little range here now. What was our canceled order? 317. Now it's at 304. Still not up to the levels that it was at. I don't know who this person is. All right. That is, well, we got a half hour left. What else can we do here? Anything interesting? Russell is super strong today. Russell is super duper strong today. There's Marshall. How's it going, man? How's it going there? I was just saying to myself, should I be getting ready to log off? And I didn't say it out loud, but I thought it. I said, but Marshall told me yesterday that he likes to start his day by watching the stream, and he missed it yesterday. So I paused. What is this little icon you have? The good luck, have fun pledge? I don't know that one. There you go, man. There's some hellos and hypes. We've been talking about DraftKings a lot this morning. A lot of DraftKings this morning. So it's our biggest mover today, and it's nice and strong. We've already put on a trade and taken it off for a profit. Like that's how nice of a day it's been. And we've got a new trade on in DraftKings. We got this ratio spread that's looking good right now. That's probably going to make about $45 on this one if everything holds. Hey man, I run late a lot in the mornings, and I stream earlier than you. There's a lot of times I wake up and I look at my phone to see what time it is, and the time on the phone is the time that I'm supposed to be streaming, and I'm still in bed. So, you know, some days you just start a little later than others. But it happens, you know? Let's take a look at silver. Silver's up today. I wish we had looked at it yesterday, because people are getting really nervous about the world. They like to buy silver. We got a little invert. Actually, we should just do this double. We should do, I'm going to do an iron fly in silver as well. Expirations. Let's hit regular for a second, just to make sure I get the right expiration. There we go. 1827. I just want to collect more theta than our we got an inverted strangle. It's just not going to collect a lot of theta per day. Well, so we might as well get paid more. If the stock is going to behave the way we want it to, we might as well get paid more for it. Is basically my explanation of this trade right now. And we're filled. So, where are we there? 21, 23, so 18, 22, 23, 27. Close at a profit. All right. Yeah, we just need more theta decay on that for sure. In fact, like, this is a good example here. We had 180 basically extrinsic value. Now we have 370. So we more than doubled it for the stock just to do the same thing. Today's the anniversary. I had to get the trash out to the road. All right, man. Happy anniversary. I knew it was coming up because you've been talking about it on Twitter. How's your Twitter account doing? I hope you're getting some new followers on there. It can be a little bit challenging at first, like when you don't have a lot of followers and you start sending out these tweets and you're just thinking to yourself, like, who am I even tweeting these things for? Because I don't have any followers, but you just got to get your voice out there. Just got to get your voice out there. It is. It's a slow roll. It's a slow roll. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the world we're living in, right? Like whether it's Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, like we're just trying to slowly get the word out on things. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people just aren't into social media. Like, I was watching a YouTube video the other day that was telling me how to export my, like, Twitch clips to TikTok, and it's just like, I mean, I would love anything to get, like, more exposure, but also, like, I'm not really much of a TikTok kind of person. But I guess you can actually, like, upload your videos to it without actually really, like, using it on your phone. So I might actually look into it. It was more of like a video editing challenge, like taking a video, resizing it from wide to tall, putting like a background on it and stuff. And I don't know, it actually looked kind of fun. Like the video editing piece actually looked kind of fun. So we'll have to see how that goes. Let me see actually how my current YouTube video is doing. Marshall, did you see my family vacation? You did, right? I think you saw my family vacation video. We were hanging out at the pool quite a bit. YouTube's been a challenge. I'm trying to get to the 100. You got to get 100 subscribers in order to get a custom URL, which is kind of annoying. I used to have an old YouTube account that I lost access to because I don't know what the login is, and I had a custom URL and now I don't. So now I got to get more subscribers on my YouTube channel again to get back up to. I got 17 now. I got to get up to 100 to get my custom URL back. Hey Rob, welcome back. Glad that call went well. First 1 day, 57 minutes compared to your typical performance. Tools and settings. Sports. Is this the one? I gotta give these things better names. Okay, disapproved adult content. Oh no. This ad is paused. Ad violates adult content sensitive events. Request a certificate. Adult content. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I tried to run a little ad for my vacation video and it said it was disapproved for adult content and sensitive events. Request a certificate. My ad was disapproved. Sensitive events. I guess because I have COVID-19 in it. Yeah, I might need to change the title. All right, so I guess I just need to change that title. If I decide if I want to do an ad. I don't know that I want to do an ad, but I was curious that that happened. I've never had that happen before. Adult content. I don't know what the adult content is. I guess maybe because I'm holding alcohol. Maybe that's what it is. I'm holding a bottle of tequila. I'm guessing it's because I'm holding a bottle of tequila. I guess I could blur that out in my thumbnail. It's really their policy is very confusing as to like what continues to be adult. Or I say adult beverages when I'm showing like a beer can. Maybe that's what it is. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Kind of weird. Anyways. All right. Do we have any trades before we sign off? Let's see. We got 15 minutes left to go. Now we're substantially up on the day. We're up on the day a lot. What happened? Did DraftKings do something crazy? DraftKings, we're just having a great day. Fastly's doing good. DocuSign out of the blue is doing great. We're having just a really strong day altogether all of a sudden. Oh, Facebook turned negative. That's what's helped us out a lot. Facebook went from in the money to out of the money there. I wonder if we should take this off. Do we get greedy? I haven't seen a Trump tweet. That's what I'm just going to refresh here. Nothing on the Trump. Trump loses tax return subpoena appeal, but his lawyer will ask Supreme Court to stay the ruling. Uh-oh. Corey Lewandowski was spotted at a football game without wearing a mask, even though he said he would self-isolate. This came in 26 minutes ago. Federal Appeals Court in Manhattan rejected Trump's... Throw this on the screen for you guys. To block a grand jury that demands years of his income tax, but courts suspended enforcement of that subpoena, giving him time to ask the Supreme Court a second time to step into the case. He will ask the Supreme Court to stay the unanimous decision. This is the second time the appeals court has rejected their request. Well, it's not looking good for that. What's the feeling in the States on which way the vote will go? It's kind of hard to say because of like how, I mean, in 2016, the polls all said that Hillary Clinton would win. And she did win the popular vote, which is what like the polls kind of align with, right? But she didn't win the states that she needed to win, so she lost the election. So now people are very leery, like it doesn't matter, like a poll, because of the way the states are just aligned right now. This sort of thing changes over time all the time. But as of right now, the way the states are split up, you could win the popular vote and lose the election. Like that's just a reality that is, you know, not going to change for a little while. And so it's hard to know. I mean, plus I'm here in California, so I don't, you know, our state is going to go for Joe Biden no matter what. So it's hard to really know. And then there's people talking about like voter fraud with mail-in ballot. I mean, there's so much like extracurricular activities around the election that it's very difficult right now to get an idea of like what's going to happen. It's not your standard fair election at all. I actually like the parliamentary system a lot more. I think America would be well served to have a parliamentary system and regional parties, basically. Like we've got two parties, right? The people that, I'll just pick Republican, right? Just because there's two. I'm just picking one, not to pick on them. But like a Republican in Idaho or Wyoming or Colorado, like in the mountainy Midwest, not the Mountain West, it's not the Midwest, like the mountainy region of the country. They're Republicans for certain reasons, things that are important to them in their world. Being out in the open, they are, the things that are important to them are different than like a Republican in Mississippi or Georgia in the Southeast. Like there are some issues that are common, but it's not 100% of the issues that are important, whether you live like on a ranch versus if you live in like an Atlanta suburb, right? Like those are it's just different places to live, different styles of life. The things that are important to you are different, but they belong to the same party because there's only two choices. So I feel like if you had like 6 different parties breaking into like different regions and you could all align on like the things that are important to you, you'd probably get better representation in government. And maybe that's a little bit naive is probably not the word, or utopian. Like maybe that's a little bit too optimistic and ambitious. But it seems to me like it would be a better way of, you know, kind of like the way that like Scotland has like what is it, the Snap or Snip party, SNPs. You know, like they're never going to have a majority, but they represent the issues that are important to Scotland in Parliament. So they do it, right? You know, like it's you know, like, and then whenever you have to form a government, they have a voice at the negotiating table, even if it's a small one, because I don't know how many seats they have, 10 or 20 or whatever it is, like however many seats they have could be what's important, or the amount you need to get to a majority to run a government. So they would, you know, they get a voice at the table that they would never have otherwise. So I don't know. That system just to me seems a little bit better from a representation standpoint. Might be too idealistic. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. So All right, we're gonna take this off in Facebook. We shouldn't be in this trade. 9 days to go. We got a little miracle here with a downturn today. Let's just try and get that off. I am right? Did Facebook reverse today? Okay, that filled. That's great. Yeah. Oh, no. I guess it opened this way? Okay. It had a downturn the past like 20 minutes. Further down. So we are happy to be out of any trade that only has 9 days left to go before expiration. Let's just scan real quick, see if we have any others. I think that we do. Just scanning. 44 days, 44 days, 44 days, 30 days. Citigroup we do, but Citigroup there's not much we can do right now. We're just kind of stuck in this iron fly, waiting for this last 60 cents worth of theta to decay out of that. And they have earnings coming up, so we're just going to leave this on as like an earnings fly. Square, we're screwed on. There's really nothing we can do there. Guess we just try and close it. Because we don't want the exercise. GM 44 days, XLE 44 days. Make it GTC. Positions. Microsoft is a fly. Nothing we can really do there. We're okay with it. Silver we adjusted with that trade. ABBV, Chewy, pins, looking good now. 30. Oh, XSPA. I forgot we put on this XSPA trade. Zoom, Qualcomm, CCL, GDXJ. I'm going to leave that XSPA there to look at. XSPA was a little bit of a speculative play on this company that used to do airport massages, and now they do airport COVID testing. All right, that's everything. All right, so XSPA, We are up 5 cents on. It's just sitting here. We sold the 250 put. It's at 242. We need a little help here. Need a little help. I don't know if that's gonna pan out for us, but we're gonna ride that one. Somebody brought up one of the viewers brought up X-Spa. We're gonna ride that one for a little bit. It may come back to bite us, but we're doing it for the memes. We are doing it for the memes. All right, that's it. We're profitable today. We're coming up on 8:26. And so, let's see. Yeah. All right, we're gonna log off today. Thanks everyone for being here. Another good 2+ hour stream today. Profitable. We're making money. Rob, thank you always for spending your afternoon and my morning together. Do you ever do Thursday night? Do you ever do DraftKings leagues that start with Thursday night games, or do you always stick with the only the Sunday games? Marshall, thank you for being here as well. I'll be in your stream later, for sure. All right, Rob, if you ever do Thursday night contests on DraftKings, let me know in the Discord. Oh, because you can watch them Thursday's kickoff too late. That makes sense. All right, guys. Well, I will see you all tomorrow. Later.